Chanel. Firstly, before Chanel, which you obviously know because thumbnails are rubbish these days and they give everything away. And
you could blank it, you know.
Yeah, but then they don't. No one watches them. Anyway,
true.
So we are. This is BS in. I was about to say Street, Somerset. We're not in the West.
No, we're not. That is a place, though.
Stretch to Mallet, Somerset. We have a store.
You okay?
We have a shop. Here.
A brick and mortar store.
Selling pre-loved
luxury
resale. Well, you're not helping.
She's having some trouble today, folks. Definitely having some trouble. We sell pre-loved luxury items, bags, shoes, clothing, accessories, and so on. Yep.
Yes.
And what are we doing today on video, Bethany?
Well, we're doing a thing about Chanel, but I wanted to say who we were first. If you want to watch a shop tour or see where we are, because we get questions regarding it. Then you can, there's a shop tour video.
We're going to do an update on that, aren't we?
Yeah, because we've changed lots of stuff. But this video is on vintage Chanel. I need to sneeze. It might pass. Right, fine. So, this is...
said item.
I'll get out of the way a bit, because last time I was in the way of everything. I don't know how people watched it actually. So this is a 1995 Karl Lagerfeld Runway. It was featured on the Runway dress. We have all these sort of like pictures of the runway, which I will put in our stories on our Instagram page if you're interested in that. They only last for 24 hours, but you can see more stuff about it there.
I think this dress specifically, like you say, to put that picture up is important because once again, it's quite flat, should we say? Black dress, without so much shape or kind of contouring. So when you see it on, it's very different.
Yeah, it's a very fit and flare dress in actual on body as opposed to what it looks like now. It's like more skater fit, and then it's got the structured bralette sort of top to it.
Yes, it definitely is. The sides as well. What would you call this kind of side? Split hem. So what I'm saying is this actually is made to kind of do that, and the shape of it allows for that. So
I just want to clarify as well, I don't have a neck problem. We're in national lockdown in the UK, so the hairdressers are closed, and I got epic fade out. So half my hair is a different colour to the other. So I'm like...
I can't even talk.
Lady problems.
Yep.
You've got
Moving on.
You've got the CC buttons if you want to do an up close of those across the front. If I was really like the worst person in the world, I would take the buttons off and sell them.
That's disgusting.
Because they're worth money. 1995 Chanel buttons. Fascinating fact though is if you need a replacement button on a vintage piece
for Chanel specifically,
you can contact Chanel through their like customer service helpline. And sometimes they do offer a service in which you can have a button replaced. Obviously you have to prove what garment it came from, etc. They don't just send you buttons for fun.
Sometimes they actually ask for garments as well.
But they do have an archive of the buttons.
They will help replace your item. Or repair it, as the case may be.
This is Chanel Boutique. It's a Chanel Boutique label. Have you shown the label?
I have indeed. Yeah, I have indeed. I'll do that again.
Voila. The sort of the fabric's cotton. Is lined fully in silk, which is obviously a really lovely feature. But the top is a cotton mesh. It's almost like a knit, like a sport knit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can you can see through,
it's like
maybe?
Semi-sheer, but not at all once it's on body.
I was going to say, if you didn't have the silk line, I think it would be very sheer, actually.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. It's just a really simple little black dress. And for anyone else who doesn't know, Chanel actually coined the term little black dress. And I would say it's like second. She also introduced the wearing of trousers to women.
Did you know that? She knew her stuff, didn't she, Coco?
I didn't make that up. Please go and Google that.
Yep.
I would say her little black dress is obviously second to her tweed suits, or their tweed suits, twin sets.
If you think, through the years...
I think these are much more wearable.
I agree. Like this, to be honest, I mean, for a lot of ladies watching now, they might say this is sacrilege. You could even wear this with trainers.
Yeah, no, you could. No, if you had the appropriate trainer on.
I'm saying. I'm not saying just
as me trying to think of an appropriate trainer now.
No, but I'm just saying in general. But you could. Well, also you can. It can be like the nicest black dress as well.
I'd wear some Stella McCartney Elise platforms with that.
There you go. Something chunky.
However, if we're really going to go OG, I'd put a quilted Chanel ballerina pump on, and I would hold like a grand tote.
we have some of those coming in.
We have some Chanel flats ballets if you're interested
The quilted
in those.
ones, yeah.
Obviously, we get a lot of shoes, small levers, and handbags into store Chanel wise.
I'm just going to pop that down a second.
Many of which we don't put on the shop floor because they're destined for customers already, because we source them, etc. Shoes tend to come out and things like that if, you know, they don't end up with their desired customer. But they go quickly. So if you're interested in this piece, then do please let us know. Don't hesitate.
Size-wise,
obviously, if you're watching this video in 4 years' time, please check the date on the video.
Just to clarify,
it's an 8.
It's an 8.
I do think Chanel comes up a little bit small because ladies averagely were smaller.
So let's call 6'8".
It's a 6'8", but I think you would be comfortable with an 8.
It's an 8, yeah, fine.
Yeah. 10, no.
Wow.
And I'm not hating on 10s.
No, of course.
It's just that it
won't fit. I think that's fair.
That particular garment.
It would be useless to you.
We've just done a Tom Ford haul video, Tom Ford for Gucci, 1998, if you're interested in those.
That's a new
where
video.
It feels the G-string trousers, if you're familiar with...
Ask no questions, just watch the video.
Did you say ask no questions?
I didn't, but that would have been really good.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that kind of thing, and we're just going to whack out...
Speaking of asking questions,
a pre-loved haul featuring Prada, Coach, Giovanni, Versace. We were just saying this. I love Giovanni Versace. I love saying it. I love everything about it.
The best
bit. My favourite era in fashion.
But what's the best bit?
What?
The physical label of Gianni Versace.
No, yeah, it's the label. And I put it on Instagram. I was like, oh, the label is my favourite label. And I think people thought I was saying Versace was my favourite label.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Versace nowadays is very hit and
we're talking about the tab of fabric inside a piece of clothing, which
actually
tells you who made it. Yeah?
I really like marketing and branding.
We can be in like Waitrose, and Bethany will literally
walk
around and buy something based on like the box water.
Oh yeah, I love that. Blackwater as well. And also, they do like an ice
We're
cream
going off, guys.
in Waitrose, and it's pistachio. It's called like Remo or something. It's something like that, and it's £10 a pot, and I paid £10. It's the worst ice cream ever.
And do you know what's really horrific for me is this is really going like really sideways. But just to clarify, I am like the biggest ice cream connoisseur in the world, and I've tried and love like every ice cream ever. I hate pistachio, and I couldn't even eat what she left because
I know I wasted about £8.50.
Anyway,
so Chanel, if you're interested in the Chanel dress, then do let us know. It is available now, price on request for this one currently, just because we have a few buyers lined up. And I you know, I don't like to shout what they're paying.
No. One thing I would say as well, just as you mentioned that, to let you know, guys, we have quite a large, I guess, client book. So if there's anything you're ever looking for, which we do or don't have, either way, or in a different color, a different size, let us know, because we come across so much constantly and have so much influx and just it's constantly moving. A lot of the stuff
already has hose before it comes in. So
I would say, to be honest, I think that's almost true about this. We'll have to wait and see. But if you are interested, once again, let us know, because we're not sure 100% yet. But if there's anything you're looking for specifically or want sourced, I'm not just talking about necessarily a generic item. I'm talking about a specific year piece, a piece of runway from a certain era.
It's funner for us to find clothing from certain eras, because handbags, there are readily available. Even like you can find the 1995 handbag. Like that.
That's generally down just to money, isn't it? As opposed to...
It's the little things that get lost in time.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I particularly like. Whether it's modern day or vintage, because some runway pieces, there was this fishnet bag that Mulberry did, which was fully beaded. To get one now is impossible.
Yeah, this is only recently. We also did, and I think in the last video we said we weren't going to mention Mulberry, but try not to mention Mulberry at all. And once again, like, I'm trying so hard, guys. Help me.
Sorry.
Anyway, that's us.